Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, I had a voice radio, so today we are looking at another very exciting new card from Ultra Prism. And I know we've been saying that a lot lately, but a new set's coming out. There's lots of exciting cards. What do you want me to do? Not make a video about them? No. That is not my style. But judging by the likes and comments and all of that, you guys like it when I make videos about them. So let's make a video about, let's go through the Rolodex, Alolan Sandslash. That's next up on the list, ladies and gentlemen. And I like Alolan Sandslash. So 120 HP is not bad for a stage 1 at all. It is weak to metal, which is kind of annoying because Registeel is starting to see an awful lot of play. Normally when we talk about metal weak Pokemon, we'd be going, the new Solgaleo is coming out and that's going to be really bad. But the new Solgaleo, for a double colorless energy, does 120 damage and attaches 2 energy from the discard to one of your Pokemon. Well, that's cool because you know what? It's only got 120 HP, so weakness or not, it's going down. Retreat cost of 1 is not bad, but I get this weird thing here. We can see that it's got a free attack. And I'll tell you now at the beginning of the video, the free attack is the good one. So on the one hand, retreat cost of 1 is pretty good. On the other hand, I'm kind of greedy. If I've got a free attack, I kind of want free retreat as well, because it's a little bit sad when you're attacking for free, but you've then got to attach energy to retreat. That just makes me a little bit sad. Now, it is a water type, which is good at the moment. You've got Aqua Patch, a nice item card to accelerate energy. Attach a water energy from your discard to one of your bench water Pokemon. But we've especially got Brooklet Hill. I adore Brooklet Hill. In any fighting or water deck, Brooklet Hill is amazing. You just get to search your deck for a water or fighting Pokemon and put it on your bench. Cool. But it means you get your Alolan Sandslash, etc. This is really nice. And being a water Pokemon does mean you're hitting weakness against Volcanion. But as I've said in a couple of videos lately, all these Volcanion decks are playing Ho-Oh anyway, so they can get around it that way. Now the first attack is what I really like here. 30 damage for 0 energy. But if you get damaged the following turn by one of your opponent's Pokemon, they take 6 damage counters. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is just like Turtonator GX's Shell Trap, but for 0 energy. And I suppose if we're being picky, which we should because numbers are important, Shell Trap does 8 damage counters, this only does 6. But this is on a non-GX single prize Pokemon for 0 energy, rather than a GX Pokemon that gives up 2 prizes for a special energy, double colorless, or for 2 energy attachments. So yeah, some very clear advantages here. It's a free attack. Shell Trap sees quite a lot of play, and that needs a double colorless energy. This uses 0 energy. Now, your opponent could always get around this by playing a Pokemon Ranger, but why would they? Nobody's playing Pokemon Ranger at the moment. Literally nobody. They could always play something like a Guzma or an Escape Rope, but not everybody's playing Escape Rope. A lot of people aren't, and they can't Guzma every turn. People try and Guzma around Shell Trap, and then they want to take out GXs and take 2 prizes. Even when they play a Guzma here, they're still only taking 1 prize, and that, as far as I'm concerned, really helps you out. Sooner or later, they're going to have to hit into this. Here's the thing, though. I'm not 100% convinced you're hitting the numbers you need to be hitting here. So let's say you had a choice band on, you're now hitting 60 for 0 energy, and then they attack you, they're taking 6 damage counters, you're doing 120. But they may well have got a KO on you and taken a prize and you've done 120. And the numbers don't necessarily work here. It's a great attack. For 0 energy on a non-GX, it's phenomenal. Does it hit the numbers? And if it doesn't hit the numbers, are we going to play it? Let's go through some examples. Garboda. You hit them for 30, and then they KO you and take 6 damage counters. They've gone up to 90. You've given up a prize. You then need to attack again to take a prize, and then they take a prize, and they've basically traded 2 for 1. They're fine with that. Drampa, or any 180 HP GX. You hit him for 60, they hit you and take 60, you hit him for 60 and KO, and then anything that comes in will then take 60. All right, you're winning that exchange. 180 HP GXs, yes. Boswell, though, has got 190 HP. So even with 2 attacks, both of which have a choice band, so we're assuming our opponent doesn't bring in a field blower or KO us and we're not able to find another one. Even with 2 attacks of a choice band and taking the 6 damage counters, they're still not getting KO'd. That's kind of sad. Volcanion will be 1-hit KO'd if you use a choice band, 1-sit-20 with weakness, plus they hit you and take 60 and they're KO'd. But Turtonator would go up to 180 and kind of like Buzzwole wouldn't be KO'd. That's a bit rubbish. There is, however, one way you can really put this in your favour. It's a bit lolsy, but Bursting Balloon. Bursting Balloon would be so good here. I love the idea of using Bursting Balloon with this. Bursting Balloon is a Pokemon tool that only stays on you for 1 turn, then gets discarded. But if they attack you, they take 6 damage counters. And remember, if they attack you, they're taking 6 damage counters anyway. So now they attack you and take 12 damage counters. And if you're doing 30 or 60 and then they attack you and take 12, now it's working. Now a Garbodor that hits you takes 120 and gets KO'd straight away. Now if you do 60 to a Drampa, they hit you and get KO'd. Now something like a Boswell or a Turtonator would hit you, go up to 180, and then you get to KO them with basically anything because they'll have 10 HP remaining. This is where I think it comes in, ladies and gentlemen. Now I think this is working. Is it a bit lolsy? I'm not 100% sure. It might be a little bit over the top. But with Bursting Balloon, oh, ladies and gentlemen, this could be a lot of fun. The second attack here for a water and a double colourless does 90. And I've written on my notes here, not terrible, but really overpriced. It's just flat damage. You will get a 1-hit KO on Volcanion. You'll need a choice band to get a 1-hit KO on Turtonator. But it's just 90 for free energy. It's better than Charizard. But come on, you know the deal by now, ladies and gentlemen. Basically everything is better than Charizard. That's nothing to be particularly excited about. You can use double colourless energy, I suppose. But the first attack is for 0 energy, so you need 2 energy attachments to get this working. That's like an Aqua Patch and a double colourless energy. That seems like too much for me, ladies and gentlemen. I think it seems like too much. Although, while we're here, I need to give a quick shout out to the Alolan Sandslash from Sun and Moon. Sorry, from Guardians Rising. Came out a couple of sets ago, and already attack 50 damage and flip to the bench for water double colourless is overpriced and expensive. The abilities just draw a card. And as we've all learned from years of playing the Pokemon trading card game, or if you haven't, hopefully you will learn from years of playing the Pokemon trading card game. Drawing extra cards is good. Simple as that. Drawing extra cards is good. So, being able to draw an extra one per turn, yeah. And if you're playing Alolan Sandslash, then you've got to be playing Alolan Sandshrew. And if you're playing Alolan Sandshrew anyway, you might as well just play one Alolan Sandslash with the ability, and then you get to take advantage of the fact that you can draw some extra cards during your turn. I'm not saying it's going to turn the game in your favour, but I'm saying, you know what? It's not bad. If you're playing Alolan Sandslash anyway, if you've got space in your deck, you can add it in quite nicely because it's literally a one-card tech, and it could be the difference between you drawing your way out and winning a game and you not and losing a game. Overall, I'm giving this new Alolan Sandslash free Wassies. For a free attack, it's great, but it doesn't always hit the numbers. But it doesn't have to be just an amazing, I am winning with just this one Pokemon attack. It's free. You can put it into any deck whatsoever. And it's a stage 1, so it doesn't take up that much room. And now, in the context of a tech that you use in some matchups against some Pokemon, now it's pretty good. Maybe it's not good enough to be a deck by itself, although I do want to try it with Bursting Balloons. That seems fun. But it's certainly good enough to have a test as a tech. You need a copy in your binder in case you want to put it into a deck. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the definition of a free Wassie card. But as always, I want to know what you guys think about Alolan Sandslash. Let me know in the comment section. Do you think it's a good tech? Do you think it could be a good card? Do you think it could work with Bursting Balloon? Go nuts! Be nice. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, etc., you can do so by going to patreon.com/PTCGRadio. But by far the most important thing, as always, to look after yourselves until next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.